Hello, my friends. Empathy is the greatest kindness of human nature. I'm not standing here to convince and win arguments. These are not my jobs. Because they are meaningless. I prefer to provide a new way of thinking, such as we can select to understand and to help everyone with different view. Human beings are like this. In China, Confucius said, "Don't do to others what you don't want." In the West, in the 7th chapter of Gospel of Matthew, enlightened us with his wisdom by saying that you should treat others as you want them to treat you. Empathy is the common principle of mankind, as well as it is the beacon lit by others when you walk in the dark, and it is the highest kindness in the world. Empathy is a kind of understanding. I believe that everyone has heard a story of a frog living at the bottom of a well. The story tells of a frog in a well showing off his living environment to a turtle who accidentally fell into the well because of the flood. The frog said, "I can rest a month when I'm tired, and I can drink a mouthful of well water when I'm thirsty. When I'm hot, I will roll in the mud pit in the well. So why don't you stay here? How nice it is." The turtle looked at the frog contemptuously. He told the frog what the ocean is. "Do you know the sea? The sea is endless, and all the places that the eyes can see are blue sea water. The sea is bottomless, and I can't know how deep it is to even cost all my life to dig in." The frog was silent, because he couldn't imagine the vastness of the ocean. Then people laughed at the frog and used the proverb of a frog living at the bottom of a well to describe people who had never seen the real world. However, I can't laugh, because behind this laughter is full of ignorance and meaningless. It is true that the frog had never seen the ocean, but it is not because he doesn't want to know the ocean, but because the frog was born in a well, and his living environment determined his cognition. This kind of living environment limits his thinking and thinking way. This is the frog's misfortune, and his luck lies in the fact that he has a well world. But the turtle's arrogance makes him never understand the frog's situation. This arrogance is dangerous, and it will lead to violence and indifference. Facing people in different situations, please try to think differently. Try to understand others and care for others. If you can't feel the same way, please don't speak bad words to others and keep the least kindness. Empathy is kind of wisdom. The cover of American Time magazine in 2019 is a girl who is only 16 years old. Her name is Greta. Because of her status as a Swedish climate activist, she has become the youngest cover person of this magazine so far. Her speech on environmental protection shocked all the developing countries in the world, and she condemned the most heavily polluted countries in the world with "Please give the young people a clean world in the future." I watched the video of her speech, and her slightly exaggerated facial expression suggested the seriousness of her statement. She's called the Environmental Protection Girl, and has attracted wide media attention. However, Putin became the first person to refute Greta at a presidential level. He pointed out in his energy activities, no one explained to her that the world is complex and different. Many people living in Africa and Asia countries want to get the same wealth level as Sweden. What should we do? Can they use enough solar energy in Africa? Has anyone explained how much it costs? First of all, I don't want to comment on whether Putin's remarks are wrong. Even if Putin's remarks are wrong, he provides us with a new way of thinking. That is, in African country where the average wealth level is much lower than the world average, for these governments, the first thing they should solve is the problem of food and clothing for the people, not environmental protection. Let's ask ourselves, do we take this into account when we think about the environment? I can't say whether Greta has it, but I really don't. During my high school, I also hated entrepreneurs who polluted my living environment, and they discharged lots of pollution. The black dust covered the blue sky, and the clear stream was splashed with ink. But as I grew up and got to know the world, when I looked back, I thought of the unemployed workers and the hard famine in China from 1958 to 1962, when they can't even eat rice. I don't know how I can talk to the people suffering from famine in China with the sentence like, "We need to stop heavy industry because this industry pollutes the air." It is true that protecting the environment is an important issue concerning human survival. But it is dangerous to deal with this issue only from the standpoint of individuals. because everyone standing in their own position. They only feel that others' party is offending themselves. Everyone holds their own words and emphasizes their own reasons, which can only make the contradiction deeper and deeper. Try to look at the problems from each other's points of view, so as to truly understand each other. Only in this way we will not go to the extremes and be strict with others. With this understanding, we have the basis of mutual understanding. Empathy is the warmth of human nature. Once when my father went to the grocery store, the young lady in front of him pushed open the heavy door and waited until he went in before letting go. My father thanked her, and the lady said, "My father is about your age. I just hope that someone will open the door for him when he is like this." Human beings are social animals. Because human beings need to live together, we have established order and laws. These systems united us. No one is an isolated island in human society. We should be connected with each other and form the closest community. Life is an echo, and you will receive whatever sound you make. Give kindness, and you will reap kindness. Warming others, you will also gain warmth, empathy, understanding others' difficulties, helping others properly, and helping them get out of trouble. To borrow a sentence from Carl Sagan in his book Universe, "It is my pleasure to share the same planet and time with you in the vast space and infinite time. Every day we meet is an impossible coincidence in this universe. Please offer kindness and empathy to people around you, and you, the people, have the power to create a compassionate world and to light the way of this world."